I've got no idea. So what is it? It smells quite disgusting.
It's what you were asking for. It's a bazaar.
Hang on, I thought they were like precious stones.
Most of them are. This is a Tricino bazaar. It's made of hair. Cut it out of a young woman's stomach this afternoon. Lovely long hair she had. Trouble was, she'd been sucking it, chewing it, swallowing the hairs. Must have been doing it for years. Technically, that's known as the Rapunzel syndrome. Anyway, it's a bazaar. Mission accomplished.
It's disgusting, but thanks. What do I owe you, Felix?
Oh, nothing. It would only have been incinerated or popped into a jar for students to stare at. Just don't tell anyone where you got it. And, I was wondering if you'd sign this for me.
Sure, no problem. There you go.
This is great. It's a real thrill for me to, be able to do something for one of my heroes. I love the book. Amazing stuff. So, what do you need the bazaar for?
Like you were asking the other day, where do writers get our crazy ideas? It's research, really.
I heard you were writing a sequel to The Cabaret. I'm really excited.
Oh, great. That's the phone. Listen, thanks again for the thing.
No problem. I know how busy you are. I'll just let myself out then. Bye.
Hello, Richard Maddox speaking. Rick, it's Harry. Listen, we have to talk. Your publishers were on to me again today. Oh, hi, Harry. Listen, the novel's almost 9 months overdue. They're threatening to cause trouble. You're in breach of contract. Is it finished yet? Nearly finished. Well, how much have you got to go? It's almost finished, Harry. You can't rush these things. Another couple of weeks, maybe, okay? Listen, I'm really busy. I'll get back to you, okay? How much of my novel have I written honestly? Nothing. Not a word. Who is it? Richard Maddox to see Emma's Fry? I'll be straight down. Are you alone? Yes, it's just me. I've got it. But come in, dear boy, come in. Well, I'm not sorry that I'm not dressed for visitors. When you get to be my age, you don't give a toss what you look like. Don't just stand there, come in. How are you, my boy? Written anything profound and sterling recently? You know I haven't, Mr. Fry. No? Well, go into my study and you can show me my present. Oh, an excuse for a sherry. Cheap stuff, of course. I'm not wasting the good stuff on a little shit like you. Let me tell you about bazaars. Word comes from the Persian pazar. It means counterpoison, antidote. Mainly found in the stomachs of goats and gazelles. Once believed to possess mystic powers, they can remedy poison, make the sick well. Edward IV survived the effects of a poison wound due solely to a bazaar in his possession. Queen Elizabeth I had a bazaar set in gold, with unicorn horn, given to her by John Dee, her spy and magician. For the common people, the antiquaries would lend out bazaars at extortionate rates for a week or a fortnight. Will you shut up? I haven't written a word in a year. Nothing I haven't thrown away. Do you know what that's like? When it's just you and a blank sheet of paper? When you can't think of a single thing worth saying, a single character that people could believe in, a single story that hasn't been told 1,000 times before? Of course I know what it's like. Don't be a fool, boy. Let me see my present. Oh, yes. Rapunzel, let down your hairball. A genuine Tricano Pazar. The smell comes from the partly digested particles of food trapped in... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm lecturing again. An old writer with no one to talk to gets fond of the sound of his own voice. I will put the bazaar with the rest of them. I suppose that you want her now. Did you bring any clothes? Clothes? I didn't know. Never mind. I have an old coat you may use. I caught her on Mount Helicon, you know. 1927 Greece. I was 27. I'd be 87 next year. She was bathing in the spring, and I caught her and bound her with Molly. Sorcerer's garlic, it's sometimes called. And with certain rituals, the hardest part was getting her back to England. They say one ought to woo her kind, but I must say I found force most efficacious. After all, I got the fame and the glory. I created the novels, poems, the plays. I don't need her anymore, Maddock, and you do. Here she is. Her name's Calliope.
What would you do with me now, Erasmus? Am I now to perform for your amusement? Is this man to be our audience?
Don't get yourself all worked up, Calliope. No, this is Richard Maddock. He's a novelist, or at least he's written one extremely successful first novel and has found himself quite unable to write anything else. Richard, this is Calliope. She's the youngest of the 9 muses, so she was Homer's muse, so she ought to be good enough for you. Calliope, I'm giving you to Richard. You're his now.
But you said, you told me you promised that you would free me before you died. You said I could have my freedom.
Put not your trust in princes more, dear, nor in an aging author who has never been what one might call a shining example when it came to keeping his word. Writers are liars, my dear. Surely you have realized that by now. Take the little cow away, Maddock. I never want to see either of you again. However, if you happen to feel a spark of gratitude, you might want to pursue some publisher to bring Here Comes a Candle back into print. I was particularly proud of that one. And Maddock took Calliope back to his home and locked her in the topmost room which he had prepared for her. His first action was to rape her nervously on the musty old camp bed. She's not even human, he told himself. She's thousands of years old. But her flesh was warm, and her breath was sweet, and she choked back tears like a child whenever he hurt her. It occurred to him, momentarily, that the old man might have cheated him, given him a real girl, that he, Rick Maddock, might possibly have done something wrong, even criminal. But afterwards, relaxing in his studies, something shifted inside his head. He switched on the wood processor and to write it down before it fled. He had been writing for 3 hours before he surfaced enough to realize that he had begun his second novel.
Gracious ladies, mother of Kamini, hear my prayer. Malit, Nimi, Adoti, attend my supplication. It is I, your daughter Calliope, who calls you as I have called you 1,000 times. I implore you, ladies, deliver me from this place and this time. To whom can I speak in my grief? I who am laden with wretchedness. Ladies of meditation, remembrance and song, hearken to me.
All right, enough, beautiful voice. Why do you call us? We feel your pain, daughter, but we cannot help you. You were snared upon Helicon according to the mysteries. You are lawfully bound.
It is not just my mother's. I can bear this burden no more. Is there nothing you can do? No one who can intercede on my behalf?
There are few of the old powers willing or able to meddle in mortal affairs these days, Calliope. Many gods have died, my daughter, while aspects of other gods have been lost forever. Heh, only the endless will never die, and even they are having a difficult time of late. Still, every little bit helps, as the old woman said as she pissed in the sea. The endless. Now there's a thought. After all, the Dream King and Calliope were close long ago. For a short while, weren't you, my pet? Not for long, sister. and remember, Sister Self, they did not part the best of terms. But she did bear his cub, that boy-child who went to Hades for his lady love, and died in Thrace, torn apart by the Sisters of Frenzy for his sacrilege.
Not him. Not after what he did to me. He hates me for that, and I despise him. I would not accept his help.
Foolish child. Honorus is in no position to help you, even if he wished to, which is unlikely, to put it mildly. You see, just like you, Calliope, your one-time admirer has been ensnared by mortals, and while you are imprisoned in your tower, he is immured beneath the ground. I'm sorry, my little one. Your prayers are wasted. There is nothing we can do for you, and nothing you can do but hope.
Oh, please come back. Please. There must be something. There must be someone who can free me. Please, send someone. Anyone. Even Onerous.